Dear friend, welcome to the lecture series in transmission lines. In this video lecture, we are going to look on the topic impedance transformations. So in this topic, what we are going to see is if we vary the length of the transmission line, what are the changes that we can observe in the input impedance equation of the transmission lines. So for that, let us consider a transmission line. And this transmission line is a parallel wire or two-wire transmission line. So at the sending end, let us consider there is a source voltage and there is a source current is flowing inside the transmission line. And also let us consider that particular transmission line is terminated with a load impedance, and we call that load impedance as ZL here. And the length of the transmission line that we consider is L. Now, if we consider the input impedance of the transmission line is Zin, we know the general expression for the Zin of the transmission line is Z0 of ZL plus Z0 tan H gamma L over Z0 plus ZL tan H gamma L. As we know that gamma is the propagation constant and is the summation of the attenuation constant alpha and the phase constant beta. What we consider here is for a lossless line, the attenuation constant alpha becomes 0. So in that case, the gamma will be equal to J beta. Now here we have gamma in the expression. Now the gamma is going to be replaced with the term J beta. So here we get Zin expression as Zin equals to Z0, then ZL plus Z0 tan H, then it is J beta L over Z0 plus ZL tan H J beta L. Now we know that tan H J beta L that we can write, or okay, it is tan H J beta L can be written as J tan beta L. Now keeping this particular term in the expression, we get Zin equals to Z0 ZL plus Z0 tan, that is J tan beta L over Z0 ZL J tan beta L. Rewriting this particular expression, we get Zin equals to Z0 of ZL plus J Z0 tan beta L over Z0 plus J ZL tan beta L. So this is the input impedance expression of the transmission line. If we observe this particular expression, the Zin is dependent on the length of the transmission line. So the Zin is dependent on the length of the transmission line. So that means if we vary the length of the transmission line, the input impedance of the transmission line also varies. Now, generally for maximum power transfer, generally we know that maximum power transfer can be done when the load impedance will be equal to the complex conjugate of the source impedance, that we know, right? So if this is the case, maximum power transfer can be delivered to the load from the source. if this ZL is not equals to the complex conjugate of the source impedance, then the power is not delivered maximum. So in order to match that, in order to achieve the maximum power transfer, what we are going to do is we use a short length. Then use a short length of a transmission line to achieve the maximum power transfer. Right? Now here there are certain important short length of the transmission lines which can be used for this purpose. So the important short lengths of the transmission lines are, one is the short length of the transmission line that we can use is lambda by 8, and in other case we can use the short length of the transmission line is lambda by 4, and in the last case we can use the short length transmission line as lambda by 2. Now what we are going to do is we are going to take each case and we try to see how the impedance is changing with respect to the change in the length of the transmission line here. Now let us take the first case. So the first case that we are going to consider is the length of the transmission line that we are going to consider is lambda by 8. So here let us consider a transmission line with the source voltage Vs and the current passing through that line is Is. Let us consider this particular transmission line is terminated with the load impedance ZL, and here between the source and the end, whatever the short length of the transmission line that we are going to add is having the length L equals to lambda by 8 here. Now we write the input impedance equation. So Zin equals to Z0 of ZL plus J Z0 tan beta L over Z0 plus J ZL tan beta L. Now let us find the equivalent term for beta L. So beta L becomes the electrical length of the transmission line. So beta is the phase constant that we can write 2 pi by lambda, and length of the transmission line is lambda by 8. And when we compute this, lambda get cancelled, and 4 times we get 8. So it will be given as lambda by 4. Now this value of lambda by 4 that we are going to keep in place of the beta L. So Zin will be equals to Z0 of ZL plus JZ0 tan pi by 4 over Z0 plus JZL tan pi by 4. As we know that tan pi by 4 will be 1. So Zin can be written as ZL plus JZ0, and here it is 1 over Z0 plus JZL, and here it is 1, and we can write this one as ZL plus, so Z0 of actually, so Z0 of ZL plus JZ0 over Z0 plus JZL. Further simplifying this expression by taking the mod, we can write mod Zin mod Z0, and here we take mod ZL plus JZ0 over mod Z0 plus JZL. Further simplifying this, we get, so when we write the mod, this one takes as square root of ZL square plus Z0 square over square root of Z0 square plus ZL square. By looking the terms, both are same. So they get cancelled and gives us 1. So here mod Zin will be equals to Z0. So previously the transmission line impedance equation is Zn equals to Z0 of Zl plus JZ0 tan beta L over Z0 plus JZL tan beta L. Now when we add the transmission line length by taking lambda by 8, then the input impedance, the magnitude of input impedance will be equal to the magnitude of the characteristic impedance of the transmission line. So thus a lambda by 8th length line is used to transform any impedance ZL to a magnitude of the characteristic impedance. In this case, the input impedance is independent of the load impedance that we have to consider always. Right. Next, let us take the case 2. In case 2, the length of the line that we are going to consider is lambda by 4. So L equals to lambda by 4. So when we take the length of the transmission line as lambda by 4, it is also called as quarter wave transformer. It is also called as quarter wave transformer, right? So let us consider a transmission line once again here. So this is the transmission line with the sending voltage Vs and the sending current Is. And this particular transmission line is now terminated with the load impedance ZL, and it is having the input impedance Zin, and the length of the transmission line that we are considering as lambda by 4 in this case. Now we will be starting with the input impedance equation. So Zin equals to Z0 of ZL plus JZ0 tan beta L over Z0 plus JZL tan beta L. A simple modification we are doing for this expression to avoid the further complexities, and I will tell you why we are taking this one earlier. So take tan beta L common, so Z0 then tan beta L over tan beta L. So in the numerator we have taken tan beta L outside, the denominator also we have taken tan beta L outside. Then we left over with ZL tan beta L plus JZ0 over Z0 tan beta L plus JZL. Now we can write this one as Z0 of ZL tan beta L plus JZ0 over Z0 tan beta L plus JZL. Now in this expression we will be having the term beta L. So let us find the electrical length word equivalent term for this. So beta L will be the electrical length and beta is the phase constant, and it is written as 2 pi by lambda multiplied with the length of the transmission line, that is L, where it has lambda by 4. So lambda get cancelled and 2 times gives 4. So this value will be equals to pi by 2 here. Now we know that tan pi by 2 will be infinity, since okay, when we substitute we come to know that. Okay, fine. So Zin will be equals to Z0 of ZL over tan pi by 2 plus JZ0 by Z0 tan pi by 2 plus JZL. Since tan pi by 2 equals to infinity, so here we have the finite term, and in the denominator we will be having the infinity, so that those terms gives us 0. So in order to get this, we have just manipulated this particular expression earlier. So Z in equals to Z naught, and this particular term now becomes 0. This particular term also becomes 0 because finite value by infinity will be gives us always 0. So this will be 0 plus JZ naught by 0 plus JZL. Now Zn equals to, we can write Z naught of JZ naught by JZL. And finally we can write Zn equals to Z naught square by ZL. So this way the input impedance of the transmission line is varied, and this equation further can also be written as Z naught equals to square root of Zn multiplied with ZL. That is, the characteristic impedance of the transmission line is the geometric mean of the input impedance and the load impedance of the transmission lines. So here, thus a lambda by 4 length line is considered as a transformer that matches a load of ZL to a source impedance of ZL. The transformer characteristic impedance is equal to the geometric mean of the source impedance, that is the line impedance, that is Zn, and load impedance, that is ZL. Now the quarter wave transformer is having certain applications. So let us see what could be the applications, right? So applications of quarter wave transformer. So the quarter wave transformer is the one when we add a short length of transmission line with lambda by 4 to achieve the maximum power transfer there, right? So the first application that we can write for this one is to match the impedance, between a transmission line and an antenna, right? For this purpose we will be using. And the second application is to step up or step down. To step up or step down, the characteristic impedance, that is Z naught of the transmission line. So after the manipulation, let us consider that one as Z naught dash. Then the step up can be done as Z naught of square root of S, and step down is of Z naught over square root of S, where this S is the voltage standing wave ratio. So step up is given by Z naught multiplied with square root of S, and step down is divided the characteristic impedance by square root of S, where S is the voltage standing wave ratio. And the third one is it can provide mechanical strength, mechanical support or strength to the transmission line, to the base transmission line, in addition to the impedance. Already when we use the length of the various length of the transmission lines, the input impedance is varying, right? So apart from that, it also provides the mechanical support to the transmission line. Now let us go to the third case, case 3. So in the third case, the length of the transmission line that we are considering is lambda by 2. Now let us consider a transmission line with the source voltage or sending voltage Vs, and we'll be having the source current or sending current. and this particular transmission line is terminated with the load impedance ZL, and the length of the transmission line that we are considering is L equal to lambda by 2, and it is having the input impedance as Zin. Now starting with the expression of Zin of the transmission line. So Zin we can write as Z0 of ZL plus J Z0 tan beta L over Z0 plus JZL tan beta L. As usual, there we have electrical length term of the transmission line beta L. Let us find the equivalent term for that beta L. So here beta is the phase constant and it is given by 2 pi by lambda, and L is the length of the transmission line and it is considered as lambda by 2. So lambda get cancelled, 2 get cancelled and left over with lambda. So we can left over with pi. So we can write Zin equals to Z0 of ZL plus JZ0 tan pi over Z0 plus JZL tan pi. Since tan pi equals to 0, and this particular expression of Zn is modified into Zin equals to Z0 of ZL plus 0 and Z0 plus 0, so that here we get Z0 of ZL over Z0. In the above expression, Z0 get cancelled and we will left over with Zn equals to Zl. Right? So thus the input impedance of a half wave line is equal to its load impedance that we can see here. So this way, based on the length of the transmission line, the input will be transformed into other form. Now let us look at a simple problem. The problem says that design a quarter wave transformer to match the line having impedances 75 ohm to a load of 25 ohm. So here we will be having two impedances provided in the question itself. One is the line impedance, one is the load impedance. And we need to design a quarter wave transformer to match those impedances to achieve the maximum power transfer. So let us go to the solution. Write the given data. The given data contains the line impedance, that is input impedance Zin 75 ohms, and we have the load impedance ZL 25 ohm. Now the next thing that we have to concentrate is to be found. So we need to find Z0, so that what could be the formula to be used is Z0 equals to geometric mean of Zin and ZL. Now go to the calculation, substitute the values that we have already there given in the given data, and if you compute we get 43.3 ohm. Now finally write the result. It will be 43.3 ohm. Hope you like this video. Do like, comment, share and subscribe my channel for more technical content. Thanks for watching.